Hello there, welcome to my channel, Maze's Life, where I'm terrible at managing money, but trying to get better. So with today's video, I wanted to do a 6-month mid-year update on my 2025 New Year's resolutions, if you will. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so it's going to be a fairly quick video, but here on the left-hand side, I have my New Year's resolutions broken down month by month with a few yearly goals that just can't be accomplished in 1 month. Little bit by little bit it can, but not, paying off $20,000 of debt. And then here on the right hand side, I created these little trackers. So this first one, I want to pay off $20,000 of debt, as you can see here. So on this reduce debt side, I broke down my different debts with my credit cards, my personal loans, just one, auto loan 1, and then my student loans, which I have 5. And I broke down realistically what I could imagine myself having at the end of this year. That's another thing, though. I track my financial progress on the 7th of the month. So these numbers here are from January 7th. So I haven't quite figured out yet if I want to track my financial progress until January 6th, if I want to track it to January 1st, December 31st. And then, to add on, I get my January paycheck about December 30th. So, I could put my January paycheck to help me accomplish my 2025 goals, but that'll be a 2026 paycheck. So, I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do. But if you have any ideas or suggestions, let me know down below in the comments. Then here in the middle section, I have my quarterly report. So that is just me giving myself an update every quarter. And I thought I would save that to fill in with you all. And then here at the bottom right-hand side, I have the monthly tracker. So seeing if every single month I did each of these 5 things. I wish I had put my reduced total debt every month over there, but I didn't feel like redoing this. So it is what it is. Here is my New Year's resolution. So let's go on over what I did these first 6 months of the year. So in January, I did file my tax return. Last year, I got back over $2,000, or right around $2,000. And this year, I owed $761, because with the second job that I had last year, I did not put anything aside for federal income tax. And I did that because the previous year I had owed $2,000. Well, for my 2024 W-4, I changed it to where I would get back $0 for my main income, and I would also get, and I also didn't put anything from my second job, so I had a large tax amount due. Then I also had, in January, a low spend month. Moving down to February, so I put a goal to start a 100-day, $7,850 challenge. I put that goal last year, and I was able to accomplish that goal because of my tax refund. But if you can see here, I have a little green X because I was not able to accomplish that goal. And I also don't think that I will be able to accomplish that goal during any time frame throughout this calendar year. So Then for February, I said to start my second job, and I did. That's my seasonal job. Then in March, I put to pay off one of my credit cards that had a balance transfer promotion ending, and I did. All right, and then I went to check my quarterly progress. I've already marked it off, but I will just let you know here. So overall, these first 3 months, I'm going to say that I had, I was thinking right on something to try and make this work. All right, let's see. I'm going to say overall I had great progress. No, I really wanted to use green. I thought the green would look so good. Maybe I'll use blue. I don't want to have to go over this a bunch. Okay, so I want to say I had great progress, even with my financial setback, and you would see that with my monthly debt confessions. I still was able to lower my debt every single month. So even with owing the taxes, which granted, I'm just gonna get a new pen. I'm gonna get this blue. I have other colors. Maybe I'm gonna use this blue. All right, even with, oh, now it looks ugly. I'm gonna put tax return in parentheses. That is my financial setback. But as you can see here, if I were to move up the page, my monthly trackers. So I did eat a salad every single week. I did do one new free activity a month, but I have been lacking on my exercise. I have been lacking on reading the Bible every week outside of church, and I have been lacking stretching at least 10 times a month. So I do want to go back to the screen. Whoops. I do want to put that I need to work on my monthly tracker. All right, now let's go down to my next 3 months, the next quarter. So for April, I had another low spend month, and I was able to accomplish that goal, but my next goal was to run a half-mile nonstop. So I did not even attempt this goal, and that was because at my second job, as I've stated in the past videos, my second job, I work in a parking lot where I just stand on my feet 4 or 5 plus hours a day. So my feet hurt a lot, and the last thing that I want to do is then go out running. Not just my feet, but also my knees. So I have not accomplished this goal, but I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to leave it without the green check mark that I had for February, because I am hopeful that maybe towards the end of the year, or just a different time in the year, I will be able to accomplish that goal. All right, then moving down to May. My May goal was to run a mile nonstop, and just like with the previous goal, I have the same reason for not accomplishing that yet. But in May, I did not have a low spend month. I possibly could have a low spend month throughout the remainder of the year, but in May, I had to put down my cat, Hennessy. She had tumors as well as issues with her breathing and issues with her heart. So I decided to put her down, but that was after multiple pet visits throughout that entire month, even emergency room pet visits. Her health just took a sudden rapid decline. So that month I was able to stay on budget. And then if you saw my debt confession video, I was able to still lower my debt, but I was not able to have a low spend month. If you watch my net worth category video, I talk about how I am not good with saving yet, simply because I don't know how to save. And I know I'm paying off debts. My debt progress is my main priority, but save for like sinking funds. So cat sinking funds, Christmas sinking funds, etc., etc. And so luckily, because I'm in a new net worth category and I have extra money at the end of the month, that is how I was able to cover those several vet charges and not go into the negative for the month or even into the negative for my debt progress. Yes. All right. So then moving down to June, something that I've also talked about before is I used to be a tax collector, and I tried to promote for about 2 years to a tax specialist. I was unsuccessful in promoting. I had been there 4 years, and a guy who had been there for 1 year got promoted. And I was already the senior position on my team. So I felt that there was nothing more that I could do to get promoted. So I decided to, just read the room, and I left. And I did get a promotion, but a promotion for HR as an HR analyst instead of a promotion as a tax collector specialist. And the difference with that just means that I can work on higher dollar sign accounts. But I would like to go back to the tax realm. That's what I've been doing since I was 20. 19 was with taxes. Started off with VITA, the volunteer program for the IRS. Then I went to H&R Block. And now I also still work for the government as well. So I am going to use this time now as an HR analyst to go back to school. I got my promotion, and I also got, experience, as well as when I was reflecting on my life, I totally forgot that I always wanted to work in HR, but I never had the opportunity because I was so pigeonholed in taxes, not even just accounting, but specifically tax accounting. And so I am looking at this as positive. I'm doing something that I always wanted to do, even though I had preferred to be promoted to a tax collector specialist. So now that I'm in HR, I'm taking additional tax accounting courses so that way I can try and get promoted to a tax auditor. So since I couldn't become a tax collector specialist, I want to become a tax auditor, and those classes are, and those jobs require even more schooling than what I currently have. All right, sorry I was long-winded. So then for June, I need to check my quarterly progress, which I've already marked off. So for June, as you can see with my debt confessions videos, I have now made amazing progress, and I'm on track to reach my reduced debt goals. Yeah. Try another blue pen, because nothing's working for me today. I don't think that's dark enough, but it is what it is. There was a slight improvement on my monthly tracker. Before, I had no walking and exercising, but now because of my second job, I have to be walking around and exercising. So I'm going to go ahead and count that as a win, and this kind of like cancel each other out. So I'm going to say that I had a slight improvement on my monthly tracker. And then I've already stated it and said why, but I will just put here that I need to work on my fitness goals. All right, so that is it. That is the breakdown of where I am with my 2025 New Year's resolutions, New Year's goals. Thank you for following along. If you stayed to the end of the video, I'd love to have you join this journey with me. So hit subscribe, click the like, and leave a comment down below if you would like. My next video will be out tomorrow, and if you have any advice for me whatsoever, please leave it down below, as I would greatly appreciate it. But other than that, thank you, and until then, thanks for watching, and see you next video. Bye-bye.